Hello, and welcome to the Creative Devices Mobile Podcast, a podcast created for all Creative Devices users to tell their story and to help bring even more creative awareness to the world. Today we're joined by the one and only Vlatios. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, pretty well, pretty well. And you?
Great, great, great. Thank you for taking the time to have this video call with me. Funny thing, you and I both know that we had a conversation prior, and you know, we're taking this time now to get this down recorded so that everyone else
Yep,
can be a part of it. So for everyone that's watching now, please let us know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
sure. I'm Vlatios, a music producer, working with different kind of music from folk, like metal, cinematic music also, and yeah, like doing everything from performing music. I play several instruments, and yeah, do all the post-production stuff, like mixing, mastering, recording bands, and my own stuff, and the bands I'm participating in. So yeah, like just doing my stuff here in the studio. It's called Caliber Club 2.0. It's located in Tentlingen, Switzerland, and yeah, it's pretty well equipped, and we're having a lot of fun and beautiful moments here, recording and creating music we love.
Nice, nice. And how long have you had that studio going for?
I'm here for 4 years, around 4 years, 3, 4 years. Particularly here, before I was in Moldova, it's where I was grown up. Yeah, there I had just a little rehearsal room when we just jamming and preparing some stuff and recording just for, I don't know, for reference. Um, yeah, well, and a little home studio also when I afterwards was having a few recording sessions, and just it was used mostly for mixing and composing with yeah, much clearer picture of what I'm doing. And then I moved here when yeah, all this stuff happened, uh, and yeah, so from this time I'm working from here.
Okay. And what type of music are you recording in there? Is it all types of music? Do you do live bands? Are you equipped for recording drums, or is it just certain instruments?
Oh, actually, could be everything, because yeah, it depends on the project, and like since I play in two bands, both of them are like folk, but one is more experimental and world folk. Another one is more strict, based on Baltic roots, and yeah, like depends. F- Also, when recording someone, it could be just any artist could come record some vocals or record some instruments, any kind of like. Also, the full band. For example, we have a separate room when a few people can uh, play all together, and we capture that, and then make a proper mix and all this.
Okay. Nice, nice. Do you have a list of all the projects that you've worked on? Someplace where people can go and listen to the music?
Uh, for now, it's not ready yet. I'm building a website when everything will be uploaded there. I think it's gonna be released anyway soon, anytime soon, like within a month or so. And but uh, yeah, for now, you can just find me in some social medias like Instagram or something. I started posting recently a bit more. So yeah. but yeah, nothing really there to listen because most of the music is still in the process and it's not yet released. Some of it's released
Mm.
and it's like on the go. So and also my projects are also in a procedure of making it. So yeah, I'm mostly focused on helping other artists at the moment. And yeah, but since I have a bit more freedom with a laptop, I can switch a bit more to my own projects, compose a bit more frequently, and soon I'm gonna posting more and more. And yeah, all everything will be posted on Instagram, I think, anyway.
Okay. So, I know what it's like to have a studio. I used to have one. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore. I miss it, but I know also what it's like to build a studio. It takes a lot of time, a lot of money, buying all the equipment, setting everything up, learning how to do everything. It's quite a lengthy process. Tell us about your process from when you started, how you started, what was your influence, what made you want to get into music, what made you want to start recording, as well as what you were using when you began.
Yeah, well, uh, because music was all the time in my home, like from very childhood. I was like there was no a day when the music is not played at home, and yeah, that's feeds you with many things musically and many genres, styles, and stuff. You just suck it, and then you just I don't know express it somehow. It just goes naturally, and I remember somewhere in mid school, my stepfather showed me the software, music software, where you can create your own stuff, and that was yeah the first my connection with something when you can put your ideas, musical ideas, to something. I don't know. Yeah, that was quite shitty, of course. It's nothing too professional or something. You just play around with sounds, with synthesizers, drum machines, and stuff, and it goes somewhere. And you're just building these skills, understanding more how the arrangement works, composition, in like everything, how it harmonizes, everything that. And yeah, so I just was playing with it for a few years, and then I switched a bit more to performing. I started learning drums and percussion. Sorry, yeah, at that time, uh, I bit put aside the composition and everything. I just was focusing on developing skills and for performing because yeah, I was listening a lot of metal bands and rock bands like System of a Down, Rise Against, and all this stuff. Like yeah, many others also, and that was quite inspiring. And yeah, I was trying to find people around to play with. So yeah, then I found a little place where we could start rehearsing, jamming, playing some little covers or just stuff that I I don't know, we just come up with together. And yeah, for some time we just playing around and see what happens. Then when a few years later, uh, when I was yeah discover some more styles and some more interesting music for me, uh, we started to uh, play a bit differently, and I don't know, we had an idea to compose to make something ours, and I remember that I had this software somewhere in my hard drive, and decided to try out write some parts and see what happens, if we can use them or not, or how it goes. So yeah, that was quite crappy PC with almost uh, no RAM nor no powerful CPU, nothing, just usual PC you use for office work. But still, I was quite passionate, and that was quite interesting to try to do something with any tools you have, and that was quite fun. We had a little rehearsals after, and practices already with some backing tracks I made in this stuff using some plugins and VST instruments were not really good quality, but just keeping the idea of
Mm.
what's going on. Like, because we were trying to use some weird instruments, like not common for using in metal, like bagpipes, hurdy-gurdy, violins, and stuff. Yeah, I mean nowadays it's quite common. You can hear it, but before, I don't know. We just heard one band at that moment that was like Helvetia and some other, but yeah, like uh, all these cool instruments and folk music in general brought me a lot of inspiration, and so I started diving deeper and deeper and deeper. I started to learn how to mix properly so it sounds well and like balanced and everything. Then I dove deep also in composition, arrangement, and all these little details. And yeah, I also was learning some new instruments like whistles that also used a lot in folk music, like Irish tin low whistles and hurdy-gurdy as well. After a few years of collecting and collecting money, I mean, from different jobs, I could. We purchased with my ex-girlfriend new like hurdy-gurdy, full equipped, so you can connect it. So yeah, like I went all the way there just to explore as much as possible. Was it instruments or my skills or my creativity in general and all this? Yeah, and yeah. Then when you realize that your machine doesn't really uh, just can do stuff you're aiming to do, you're like you're starting to run more heavier and heavier sessions, both in composition and mixing. Those machines are just that machine particularly was not the option anymore. And then I started building my PC custom also, because yeah, it's you cannot just go in any market and find a solid machine that will be in reasonable price and do the work that you want to do. So I built my first PC, which is specifically for music production. That was 64 GB of RAM, 14 cores CPU, and some graphic cards also, like it was GTX 1660, I think. But that was not really important thing in the build. I was mostly focusing on RAM and CPU power. And yeah, like till this day I use it here in the studio, and yeah, it works great. Just works great, and yeah.
So, what was it like going from that custom build computer to our laptop, the G16?
Yeah, that was amazing, because yeah, the first what made me find a laptop, that part big part of my job is composition, and for making it, you don't need really a full studio equipped, and you can work from anywhere, like from home or from any place you want. So yeah, I decided that I need a mobile machine that will handle all the work I do, both for composition and mixing and mastering, like everything, and still give me a lot of much more flexibility on movement, so I can go any direction and still keep doing my work anywhere. So yeah, I've started a research, even though I heard about Kreative Devices even before, maybe a year or something, some time ago, from Mixbus TV channel. Uh, yeah, at that time I was just I still watched the full video, even though I didn't need the laptop at that time. But at least I noticed for myself that yeah, if I anytime soon or in future I'm gonna buy one, at least this I know who to ask. Like I know where to find at least one option, and that was cool and nice to find out that there is a company that specifically makes mobile devices uh, that allows creators to do their job anywhere. That's awesome. So yeah, when I bought it and tested for a few weeks, I was really amazed. That was solid, and really cool. Uh, like first thing I've done is running as a symphonic metal session with a huge like orchestra and metal guitars, like amp simulators and everything, like drums, like complete mock-up I'm working in. And yeah, it did the job. It did the job greatly, and with no freezes, loading, like everything just great. Even renders a bit faster. So yeah, like awesome, just awesome. And now, like today, tomorrow, we go in a tour with a band I'm playing with. A small one, just for a month, but still I can take with me and do some recordings. We're gonna spend some times in a Kanklis camp, which is a camp dedicated to Baltic instrument, uh, which is like psaltery, Baltic psaltery. And I started also learning it just recently, and it's yeah, the sound of this instrument is just magical and amazing. So it's cool, and there'll gonna be some like cool artists and people all over the place there, connected, playing all together, communicating, and all this. And of course, there are gonna be some little shows and maybe some creations that we want to capture, so I can take it with me and do my stuff, which I love to do, really. So yeah, huge thanks for things you do. It's really helping artists. It's opens all the doors and breaks all the limitations, and it's cool with almost no latency. Like oh, it's like no latency machine. It's awesome, awesome. Fully like uh, yeah, just great. Very happy to have it.
Thank you. Yeah, we wanted to make sure that there was no latency issues and compatibility issues. Like I said before, several times, we designed these for creative use, uh,
Yeah,
so that they'll work with anything creative and everything else. That's the whole point, you know. But I'm happy that we were able to help. You're going out on the road. You can take your laptop with you, and your logo's pretty cool. So I'm sure you'll get a lot of questions about that.
thanks.
Yeah, awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, like
So
having this option, that's also like mind blowing. Even though you like it, it was perfect when I entered the website. Uh, there is no many options that you don't know what to choose from, and make a huge research on every processor of every little piece. Like, no, you know what you're doing. You know that this and this and this CPU works great for music production, no latency and stuff, no issues with overheating or something. We have this and this and this option for other stuff, and also a logo. Like, you can put your logo on your laptop. Like, wow, awesome, awesome, really cool. Because I was also checking some other companies when I can book maybe in Europe or something, but it's like a dark forest. You just enter there and like, wow, I have to dig a lot to find any solution. Like, and look for forums, Reddit, and all these, read reviews. And some of them report that, yeah, this particular laptop, it's like they write it specified for music production, but it has like a huge DPC or DCP, I don't remember, latency when you're testing it, and it like, I don't know. But yeah, really, you did a great job. You took all this headache from the people that want a solid machine that works on Windows and does the job greatly. That's really great respect to you for taking this part. And yeah.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm a creator too, like yourself. The other people that are involved were all creators, and we just wanted to simplify things. Not everyone understands about processors. Not everyone understands about latency. People just know I want to make music, or I want to make video, or I want to do 3D render, or whatever it is you want to do, content, whatever you want to do. You just know that you need something powerful enough to be able to do this
Yep.
without issues. So we take all of that away. We don't give you any options that won't work just because they're cheaper. We give you
Exactly. Yeah.
only options that will work but are still cheap. Well, not cheap, but affordable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly. Like, really,
yeah.
the laptop, the full complete laptop is the full price was the price of my CPU plus maybe um, GPU together
Hmm.
in my PC build.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not. Yeah, you said exactly. It's not cheap. It's just affordable with reasonable price. It's awesome because yeah, it's amazing. Like, of course, this PC allows me uh, do a bit more just because I have like Thunderbolt card inserted. Like, also I had to buy it separately because the studio here actually works on Thunderbolt interface. Like,
Mm.
it has Fireface, which uh, Fireface 800, which is with FireWire, and then it connected to UAD satellite, which is Thunderbolt 2, and connected to my PCI card, which is Thunderbolt 3. So it like two adapters from Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 to connect the UAD, and then Thunderbolt 2 to FireWire to connect the Fireface. It's it's ridiculous. It's wow. Like, uh, I really, after coming here and seeing all this and knowing that it's how Apple makes their interfaces and ports, I mean, in their machines, and that they discontinue support for any previous uh, protocol interface. That made like the last point that I really never gonna buy anything from these guys and spend huge amount of money for almost no performance. And as far as I know, uh, it's overheated every time. Yeah, it's a bit more silent, but it's issues with yeah.
Yeah, the cooling in those devices aren't very good.
Yeah.
They're made to look good and to be as silent as possible, but then you end up with thermal throttling, so you're not getting the performance that you paid for, and then it overheats, so it's going to end up dying on you. You're going to have to replace it. Um, Performance is priority with our devices. So if the device cannot perform, it cannot be used.
Right.
So it may not be dead silent. I mean, it's not disturbing. I look at it this way. It's like if you're driving down the road in your car. If you're listening to music in your car, you're having a good time, you turn off the music and you're driving down the road in silence, eventually you're going to realize, I think I can hear something. You might hear the sound of the car driving down the road if you really listen, right? It's not distracting you, but you can hear it. But if you turn the music on, you can't hear it anymore. That's
Yeah.
what it's like with our laptop. You can hear the fans keeping it cool if you listen for it, but
Mhm.
I don't even notice it because I'm so used to it anymore. Just like how you wouldn't notice driving down the street in the car.
Exactly,
It's
exactly. Yeah,
nothing
brain
disturbing. Yeah.
just separated, like filters that out, like our nose on our
Yes.
face. Like it's always there, but
Yeah.
we don't see it. Same with this stuff. Yeah, maybe you have to turn a
Yes.
bit more volume or something, but it's not a big deal. Especially like, and it's not the level that hurts you here. Also, I work on a general level, like maybe 65 from 60 to 70 at highest point dB SPL, like, and
Mhm.
it's totally fine. I don't hear it. Even when I have to check the mix in a like conversational level, I still
Yeah.
hear all the details, and I don't hear so much fun that the fans
Right.
that, yeah, just disturbing me or some, or like mask some frequencies. Also, I found a way to put it like a bit on the angle, and
Hmm.
it's if you find it a proper position,
Hmm.
it just works great. And it's, yeah, as you said before, it's not overheated. Of course, it's always better to use some cooling pad. It always just
Yes.
helping to operate altogether.
Mhm.
But it's also like, it's not a big deal, and
Yeah.
it's much safer for a laptop. It will last you much longer. Just yeah,
Yeah. And you want to know something that's crazy?
yeah.
The Pro G16 model that you have, as far as being able to hear the fans are concerned, that's the loudest one that we have.
Mm,
Only
wow.
because it has the extra NVIDIA GPU as well
Yeah,
as
yeah,
the
yeah.
CPU. But
Yeah,
the
exactly.
the regular the regular audio laptops, you don't even notice.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
We even had a chat about that when I was just making an order. But since I still
yeah,
need a separate GPU to process some stuff, also some local AI stuff processing, and
yeah,
I'm gonna still use it for some video editing and everything. So I still need the power of GPU, and that's still a good compromise. I can't
yes,
say that it's uh, yeah, as I said before, it's not really disturbing. And of course,
yeah,
it's great you have a model that is even more silent just for music production. It's awesome.
mm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, if you think about what you would want for you, and like when you create music, so as a creator myself, this whole thing was a creative process. I helped design these in a way as if I was doing it for myself, hoping that other people would appreciate it. The same way if we make music for ourselves, hoping that other people would appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. So why can't we just have options that work no matter which one we choose? Why can't we customize it to the way we want. Why do I have to have someone else's logo on it? Why can't I put my own logo on it?
Exactly.
Why
Like
can't I do this? Why
it's
can't I do
also
that?
impresses people. Like you bring a machine that is, they all know that it's your stuff, and
Yeah.
they just look around and they, wow, what a thing. Like, where did you get
Hmm.
it? Like, yeah, really, uh, awesome, awesome. I'm really happy to having it now, and that's gives so much more. As I said before, freedom and breaks all the limits you can have, like working from studio or just using other uh, machines or yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Now that I know you're doing this crazy daisy chaining from one device to the next,
Yeah.
um, do you have any plans on replacing that FireWire interface with a USB version? Because I know a lot of people who have upgraded to one of our devices who used to use uh, something that required FireWire or Thunderbolt, and they don't have it anymore. And the obvious option is to just replace the interface because there are USB versions of every interface out there on the market. It's the same thing, just the
Of
connection's
course.
different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, do you have any plans in the future?
Of course, because the studio I work in, it's not mine. It's like I am renting it from great guys who helped me a lot when I just came here in Switzerland, and I
Okay.
was looking for a place to work in. It's Louis and Andre Chornos, great musicians, also artists, and just people with a great heart. And of course, they build it the way they used to work because they all have Macs, and since uh, back then that was the only possible maybe options to have a uh, digital studio working with Apple machines, but things got changed, and yeah, like they just bought the gear that still works awesome as this interface,
Mhm.
some converters as well. Uh, but it's just they just used to work on Apple devices. So
See.
as I'm just using my PC, I have to adapt to this. But when it comes to building my own studio, later on. Of course, everything will be on USB, and maybe some of it, like, yeah, I think even UAD still have USB versions of their satellites and interfaces. So yeah, I think definitely it's gonna be something universal that I can use for many years, and it's like
Mhm.
not unsupported at any time or something
Yeah.
like that. Because yeah, until machine is dead, you can use it.
Mhm.
There is no such thing as, yeah, we just decided to not support this just because we decided this. Like, you have
Right.
to buy our new stuff. We need your money. Like, no, no. I'm not this guy who just paying every time updates just for be on, I don't know, some kind of pyramid. Be on top of it, like, yeah, I have the
Yeah.
latest version of this device. No, no. Like, if it really gives me much more and I face some limitation on my previous device, whatever it could be, then yeah, I can consider it. I can invest in that, and I know for sure it will bring much more opportunities and yeah, some opens my eyes to some new ideas or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
in that case, of course. But when it does the job you're doing and it's not something cool, yeah, I prefer to keep it as long as possible.
Well, one of the things, like you said, that I like about Windows is its backwards compatibility.
Yeah,
You can take a piece of hardware that's connected via USB from 30 years ago and plug it into a Windows computer today and it will work.
absolutely.
You just
Yeah, yeah,
install the driver if it's not plug and play and it will work, right? I
yeah.
still have old first generation Focusrite interfaces and they work.
Mm,
And I have new stuff too. I've got an Orion 32 that works. There are some new companies that are doing things. I'd mentioned Antelope. I'm not endorsed by them, but they are one of the companies who they only put a Type C port on the back of their newer devices, and that Type C will work for both Thunderbolt and USB.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't matter which one it is. And the great thing about USB is no matter what the port is, if it's a Type A or a Type C, it will work. All you need is a simple connector, you know, and it will. And some of them come free with certain cell phones, so it's that simple. Unlike some older devices that I also used to have, where they had different ports. There was the 400, then there was the 800, and then you have the first Thunderbolt, and then they changed it. And then it's too much. And then every time you
Yeah.
update the operating system, you can't use older programs. You know, I've got programs from however many years ago that are great, and I can still use them
Mm-hmm.
on Windows. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
That's
don't like
really
limitations. You
me
know,
too.
that
Like
that was it.
when I
Yeah.
face that's one of the little things that makes me really angry. Like when I try to do some stuff that was working before, and I'm sure it should work later, but company decide that no, it doesn't work anymore because you have like like newer system than uh, software you use or something like what the fuck.
Mhm.
Sorry, yeah, but yeah,
No, it's
well,
okay. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
frustrating.
This also like what makes me stick to Windows machines and everything to that because you just you're sure that everything will work there from anywhere, anytime, and it's great,
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You know, no one, just like you don't want to be limited. I don't want to be limited, and I know other people don't want to be limited. So when people ask why there's no Thunderbolt or FireWire support on our devices, that's the reason why. Because look at all the iterations of FireWire that happened, and then it
mhm.
died. Look at all the iterations of Thunderbolt that we're going through. What happens if Thunderbolt ends up like FireWire?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? USB is the safest way to go no matter what. It will always work.
Right, right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. Like it's not. I think in creative sphere, and I think almost everything when you have like at least a few periphery and you have to connect a lot of things, they must be universal. And
Mhm.
there should not be such thing as unsupported ports, cables, or something for machines when like it's used as a core in your like it's really a brain like it, it's crazy like yeah
Yeah. Well, at least we don't have to worry about that.
yeah yeah definitely
Yeah.
definitely with this even though like if I need a studio that works on Thunderbolt, I still have PCI card with my PC, and that works great. Of course, when I was just trying out, because firstly I bought PCI 4, and I had no idea that it's not supported with UAD, and it was still working somehow. I don't know. It's some kind of Thunderbolt magic. Uh, for 2 years, it was working perfectly fine, almost perfectly fine. I had to turn on the device in the right moment. When you press the start your PC, uh,
Mhm.
just before the it starts loading at the BIOS screen, only in
Mhm.
between like few seconds you have the time to turn on the satellite. And in this case, that was working fine. If you turn on up front, it will not detect it. If you turn on afterwards, it's also like it was giving me some errors. I don't know, and that was actually the incompatibility between fourth card with third adapter, like a
Yeah.
Thunderbolt 3 adapter to 2, even though there is the same port Type C on
Yeah.
fourth and
It's
third.
it's
It's crazy,
so
and
silly.
it's such a pain. I was figuring out it's like it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and you also have to put your PCI card on a certain slot in that works for Thunderbolt. You cannot just choose anything like for GPU or something. It's important to provide it like 4 lanes from CPU. And yeah, after 2 years, this Thunderbolt X4 just stopped working in the middle of the session. I was having like 2 or 3 customers waiting for me to send them the files, and I said like, yeah, I don't know how much time it will take, because I was also had a contact with UAD, and like for about a month we were figuring out what's going on, and I had to order another like Thunderbolt PCI, because they said like, yeah, our Thunderbolt device works only with Thunderbolt 3, and you have to have Thunderbolt 3 PCI card, not 4. So I ordered another one. And the third one, of course, it's also unsupported at the moment. You cannot find it in any market or something. So I had to buy it on eBay. It came out without any cables, and I had to order jumper cables from uh, just order in a store to just connect every pin from there to my motherboard, and it's still working like this. Because you also cannot find the right cable separately. It's ah, I hate it so much. So yeah, but at least it works and gives me a bit of like full routing of the studio, like 16 channels plus 8 buses, mixer, 32 channels, like they're both analog and digital, like tape machines, all the gear and everything. Like at least for that, it's great, and I can record with almost limitless uh, amount of techniques, and also have a lot of mics and yeah, few spaces. So yeah, and of course, yeah, some DSP plugins, which I also don't really like to have, like DSP plugins that makes you to be connected to the device to make them available. Fortunately, UAD launched their I think it's Spark or something, like when you can just install all the plugins on your computer without the hardware. So yeah,
Yeah, I've heard about it.
yeah, when it comes to building my own studio, I try to avoid any limitations like this, so I can just bring my laptop or PC or something, just transfer files, do my work, take it back, work somewhere else with the same session, with anything, and had no issues, troubles, and stuff. I
Yeah.
usually can we can face it, like as all creatives facing, yeah, limited solutions from some big companies that are just trying to suck as much money as they can without caring about creativity and creative people, and even other people just trying to do their stuff, maybe hobbies, yeah, anything.
Wow. That's the power of marketing. People get sucked
Yeah.
into this ecosystem where they don't want to leave. I know a lot of people who don't necessarily like Apple, but they're so used to the ecosystem, they can't
Mm.
imagine leaving it, right? And then I explained to them that a lot of the things that you're talking about, you can do outside of that. And this is not me trying to get people away from Apple. If you like Apple, go get Apple, get whatever you like,
Yeah.
whatever makes you happy. But a lot of people don't know, the same stuff that you can do on Apple devices, you can do on, let's say, Android devices or Windows devices. They have no idea, You can airdrop on Android. It's just called something different. There's so many other features. You can do FaceTime. It's just called something different. There's so many things, but they just don't know. They're just stuck on the one thing. But listen, again, whatever works for you. I did the Apple thing for a little bit, and it was cool, but I didn't like the limitations, and I don't think they're worth the amount of money that they charge. They make good stuff.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I know some people will say you get what you pay for, but that's not always the case. You know, there are ways where you can have solid devices and don't have to pay a lot of money. And
Yeah,
we've proven that here at Creative Devices. You don't need the latest and greatest whatever that hasn't been properly tested that's going to give you issues. You know, we only give you stuff that has been properly tested, that is solid, that's going to just work, you know.
right.
And the performance is going to be just as good as whatever the newest thing is. Sometimes almost as good, sometimes even better, you know. But you're going to get great performance, the performance you actually need to do what you want to do at the most reasonable price out there. And that's all people, I mean, that's all I really want. And I figured other people would want the same thing too, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. You just have to open eyes for people to people
yeah.
and to understand that yeah, everything they can do on any device. And what I like the most for also Android and Apple, or Android and Windows, that really it gives you much more flexibility. And if you like to dig in and
Hmm.
use your machine on full power, you can do it. You just make a little research on stuff you want to do, and you just apply and do. And now with AI, you can even write scripts for faster processing. Of course, I'm sure it's everywhere works the same, but I mean, there are a lot of many things that breaks the limits I faced. Even I had a little experience with Apple. To be honest, I cannot say that like for sure that they are uh, too much limited just because of my lack of experience. But what I was facing with after trying some stuff and also recording on some studios using Apple machines and stuff installed there and file system and everything, I really faced a lot of yeah, unnatural uh, additional steps that you have to do to reach some point, like for what reason, why it's there. And sometimes they pretend that they make it for privacy, and but it's not really. It just takes much more time and efforts. That's yeah, that's not my thing at all. I try to avoid it as much as I can. Also
Yes.
with phones, like in Android, you can do whatever you want. Install any OS you want, like anything, software from everywhere. Like just hit a few checkboxes to make it allowed, and not facing some errors or like, yeah, we don't want you to
Hmm.
use this and that. Don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, well,
You're
that was a long
absolutely
talk
right.
about limitation, but yeah, the main
I
point is
know.
that yeah, this device we have now, and the thing you're doing with it, it's just great respect to you. It's this
Thank
is
you.
how the creative business should work, helping other creatives to go, without thinking, oh, I have. Of course, you have to learn the software you're working with, the instruments and stuff, but you don't have to handle some OS limitations and other bullshit that is not really related to creative work. It's
Mhm.
yeah, and your devices are providing these options without headache and pain in the ass. It's amazing, just amazing. Great
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. I'm happy. I really am. I'm so happy to know that it's working well and helping other people as well. You know, because
Yeah,
I use these devices, and I've probably used computers from just about every manufacturer out there,
yeah,
and I can honestly say these are some of the best machines I've ever used. and it has nothing to do with the fact that I helped, you know. Well, it does, I should say, because all of the knowledge that I've gained from using all those other computers helped me to understand what's needed for creative use. So now I can say, well, if I had a computer that had this and didn't have that and this instead, it would work so much better. And that's what we have at Creative Devices.
Mm.
All the years of learning, all the years of experience using other people's machines, realizing what they were lacking, taking what they did good here, what they didn't do good here, and putting it together, you know, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's great. Great. Really awesome.
Yeah. But that was a very long conversation about limitations.
Oh yeah.
uh,
Didn't expect that.
let's get back to you and all the incredible things that you're doing. You're going on tour.
Yep.
You're working on your own music. You're working in different bands. You're working on other people's projects. You're doing so many things. Where do you see yourself and all the things that you're doing between now and the next 5 years?
Yeah. Well, for now, uh, I think it's mostly focusing on uh, yeah the yeah, it's really a lot of projects and all in head, and I really have to find the right way to structure it and work on them. At least, yeah. Now with the laptop, it gives much more possibilities to work on my stuff, which was always like I have many ideas that still didn't have the outcome, and I really think in 5 years, uh, most of that, maybe not, I mean not most, but some of that gonna be released. Some projects gonna be developed a bit more, and also with my band, uh, both of them, we have big plans to record a lot of beautiful music and tour and play shows, share music with other musicians, and maybe exchanging some make collaborations and stuff, adding some other instruments, other influences, because yeah, with one band we really we go all wild about the cultures we implement there. It could be one piece based on Mongolian stuff, another one is more Chinese, another one like more from Afghanistan music, like somewhere there. Then we go like some African vibes, some Irish. So yeah, it just develops all the way, and we really, all of us, really interested in uh, learning all these instruments that are from all over the place, and their techniques, their music philosophy, and all this kind of stuff. And with another band, also we have like it's at the moment we released one album just a month ago or something, and it's, yeah, it's rooted in Baltic folklore, but also I added some other influences, like I added some flutes and hurdy-gurdy to make it sound even more wider and more interesting, and more like in neo-folk, I would say, style, not solely something strict as strongly Baltic music. So also we were developing there some ideas altogether, and yeah, since the singer of the band is living in Lithuania, and two of us, me and my other friend, with whom we also play in that second band, he also lives here, and we do a lot of stuff together. So yeah, I just hope we yeah, we go there in Lithuania to meet once again, to play a bit more music, to create something new, to have some ideas, write it down for a next release, maybe single, maybe albums and stuff like this. So yeah, it's just things gonna developing, and it's great. I think in 5 years or so, we at least have a few albums, a bit more work done around uh, promo or something, to get some more shows and stuff like this. And also my own projects. I have a few songs that are almost ready. One is completely ready. I just wait for some uh, video editing and everything. They may shoot a little video for that. Uh, it should be released maybe in autumn. Let's see. So yeah, and also for studio work, because I have also a lot of plan to work with some local musicians. I really want to invite them here to show them the studio, to do some work all together, to invite some more people around, like even from other towns in Switzerland, and make us much more interesting recordings with the bands around, and also continue collaborating worldwide with remote artists, as I'm doing at the moment. Most of work goes from anywhere, uh, like currently I'm working with a singer from Kuwait, and we did one song a few months ago, like it was released, and now I'm working with some more songs for her also. So yeah, just be more in music, create more interesting stuff, more experimentation, more uh, just more people to collab. That's always what brings me a lot of energy, fun, and also experience. And yeah, you learn all your life, and like there could be some little things you wouldn't apply in certain uh, I don't know, processes, but you just try to do something differently, and it's cool, and it appeared like sounding interesting and yeah, I don't know, challenging. It's just yeah, having more fun with more people. I'd say.
That's good, man. That sounds like a very promising 5-year plan.
Oh yeah,
Music,
thank you.
I always say this: music, it transcends barriers and languages and borders and everything. And, it's what we need to help bring people together. Because we've had this conversation. The world is not where it should be at the moment, unfortunately,
Yeah,
and we need everything possible to help bring people together. People need to realize that we are not the enemy. The enemy wants us to think that we're the enemy, and we need to come together. And music, all forms of art, help uh, bring people together.
yeah,
And
yeah. You're
even if you
totally
think
right.
you're not creative, just play around. You might come up with something. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally agree. Yeah, because also we had a little discussion before, and that's yeah, it's really crazy what's going on, and it's very unfortunate. And yeah, I want to believe that art and all kind of, as you said, uh, brings if it's applied in the right way, uh, to open people's heart and eyes, that really there is no enemies in different people, and all this
Mhm.
is just they're sucking lives for profit, or I don't know, it's all bullshit. Like the art should show people um, that there are other ways, and yeah, totally agree that uh, it's there is at the moment there is lack of heart in souls in the air. I would say I don't know, like really tough times, and only something good, and not complaining, but inspiring, and uh, showing people that there are much more options to think about, and to show. And yeah, this is
Yeah.
what important to switch that paradigm, like yeah, to forget about all this shit that happening, and yeah, yeah, all kind of arts, as you said, like music, literature, movies, games, all of this. I think in such times should somehow uh, bring people more kindness and peace in their hearts, and joy, because without joy, I don't know, it's difficult to um, feel something really. Uh, I don't know. It's difficult to formulate my thoughts at the moment in English, because yeah, a lot of things happened, and that's crazy. It shouldn't be like this, of course. Yeah.
Well, let's try to switch back into something a little more lighthearted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
well, this whole time I've been asking you a lot of questions, during our conversation. Is there anything that you'd like to ask me?
Uh. Yeah. 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 The like. I had a question. Like, what was? Yeah. What was the most exciting thing? Like, what you're planning to apply for for like ecosystem of creative devices, or like what do you want to really do, uh, ah, how to explain, like what you're more uh what your body moves towards to creative devices, like the most exciting thing that you're thinking of when you think about things to change or to apply.
The most exciting thing, um, it's something that we discussed previously. I would like to create a sense of community, for all creatives,
Hmm.
whether it's a Facebook group or whatever it might be. I want to create some sort of sense of community where creators from all over can get together and decide what type of machine they want, what type of machine that they think would be the ultimate creative tool for not for everyone, for all genres in all creative genres. Everyone can get together and vote on what they think the ideal laptop screen size is, the ideal processor, the ideal graphics card if need be. Obviously, RAM and storage, it will be dependent on however much you think you'll need,
Yeah.
but the processor is the main focus on the laptop. And some people prefer larger sizes, some people prefer smaller ones, and some people prefer graphics. So if you have graphics, you can take advantage of them if you ever decide to use them. And if you don't need them at all, then you don't need them. But I would like people to get together and vote on either one or maybe even more than one laptop. Vote on what you
Mhm.
think the best graphics laptop would be, and then vote on what you think the best audio laptop would be. Maybe even the same with a mini. Everyone get together and decide, and whatever wins, whatever has the most votes, if people are willing to pre-order it, we'll make it. You know,
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
else is
Of course.
doing it. I've never heard of any other company offering something like this to the people.
Yeah.
And me as a creative individual, that's what I want. It's like I don't want to be stuck with just what you give me. even if what you have to offer is great, I'll take it. But it would be so much cooler if I could help create something that I really want for myself. And I would like to give that to everyone. Let everyone join in and help create something, unique. Something that we all had a hand in this.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's really really cool. Would be
Yeah,
would be
thank you.
awesome to be a part of this community. Yeah, you told me about this before. Not so is detailed, but it's yeah, the idea is really really awesome. If it's the most thing that moves you, that's that's great. That's great.
Mhm.
Great respect, and I hope you'll find a way to make it as yeah as efficient and as great as possible. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So that's what I'm excited about. Just finding more ways to give people what they need as well as what they want. But
yeah,
the need is always more important than a want. But if I can give you what you want as well, I'd love to. You know.
sure. Because yeah, all companies are still developing new CPUs and all these other parts, and you don't might might know like will it work or not. And when you have such a community that are might testing out things and provide their uh, expertise on some sort of things that will make the creative devices grow much more cooler and faster. That's awesome, awesome. Really, really have a good luck
Thank you. Thank you.
building that community. That's great.
Yeah. Listen, if we all come together, because people don't understand the power of the creative community.
Yeah,
There's a lot of us, and there's a lot of people who are creative who just haven't been able to get their creativity out. There are people who are creative that don't even know that they are.
yeah.
So if we can get everybody involved, we can create some amazing things.
That's totally true. Totally true. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I really, really feel so much joy and just heartfelt when I meet another person or group of people who are also creative and they're helping each other. They're providing some feedbacks and they just build something cool, new together. And yeah, that's always great in every field. It's amazing, and it world needs more of this. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, that was a great question. Thank you. If
Thank
you
you.
uh, if you have any more, I'm here. I tell people all the time I'm an open book.
Yeah, but I just want to wish your company to grow and to open to wider uh, uh, yeah, wider auditory that yeah, you're doing a great product which is really you're not stuck. It develops and it has affordable prices. It's just awesome, and I really wish to continue growing and following this way, and maybe yeah, just applying some little stuff as long as big stuff. Oh, like yeah, as you feel like what you are sure about the company, because having a conversations with you and also watching others, uh, I really can say that you care a lot about what you're doing, and it's really what lacks at these times. Most of things I see, they just put the minimum uh, efforts and just release it no matter what. And I
Mhm.
really, really appreciate when people are really, really caring about their stuff. And you're one of them. And it's great respect. I just want to wish you to following to follow this path and yeah, meeting more
Thank you.
people that really also appreciate that stuff, that will also will make a change in other generation to see how things should work. Actually, I think, yeah, something like that. I'm not best in my
Thank you. Thank you.
English,
You
but
know, listen, it's very difficult to have an in-depth conversation in another language,
yeah,
and
that's true.
you've
I
done
try
a
my best.
phenomenal job. Yeah, you've done a phenomenal job. Thank you for taking the time and the effort to even do this. You know, it means a lot.
My
It means a
pleasure. My
lot to
pleasure,
me, and
really.
hopefully, it
And
means a lot to everyone else that's watching.
thank you, thank you a lot. It also challenges me because I'm not so talkative guy in general. So really, it's thank you a lot for having me and for having this opportunity to also like talk with you and develop also my uh yeah, just skills, talkative
Yeah,
skills.
you're
I'd say so. Okay.
you're very
Yeah,
welcome.
that was
You're
really
very
really good. Thank you.
welcome. Very welcome. Very welcome. For everyone watching, we're going to have links to Vlatios' Instagram below in the description. And once your website's ready, we'll have that added there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything
Also,
else you'd like to add before we wrap this up?
uh, I don't know. Yeah, just keep watching, keep following the Creative Devices team, and yeah, just peace.
Thank you. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I think it's over where you are now.
Yeah, it's about 9, I think, and yeah, we're just packing everything now in the car, just in a few minutes, and hitting the road to
Okay.
the Lithuania.
Well, enjoy your tour,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully I'll get to see you soon.
Hope to. Hope to. Maybe in some tours or maybe somewhere else. Let's see. But
Yeah,
really, would be great to meet in person. Would be
definitely,
awesome.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
talk to you
See
again
you.
later.